Hello and welcome to day 2, which is technically day 3 of the cursed city of Sintranos. Real quick, just a quick reminder for everybody, 100% gear removal cost reduction. Make sure to get that gear off your champions before this ends. 2 days, 4 hours, no silver spent taking the gear off. That's going to be coinciding with a artifact enhancement event, which is starting in about 4.5 hours here. Make sure to take advantage of it. And then also, I'm going to throw the comment up on screen, but I want to say a real quick thank you to Ralphiria3077 for the suggestion here with the content. So basically, he just wants to see the builds of the champions as I'm progressing through the game. What I want to be doing here is I want to progress over to... Oh, this is different, actually. I want to progress over to the Iron Twins here as quick as possible. It looks like they have messed up my solo strategy, though, so we actually can't use Cornelia to solo it anymore, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it is what it is, I suppose. So another thing I wanted to point out, I actually seen in an Erhabad video, is you can just obviously click on these stages ahead of time and then think about the champions that you have and figure out who you need to build before this gear reset or this gear removal reduction actually finishes. So what we could do is we could push over this way and fight this to try and get the key. Realistically, though, we still have like 3.5 weeks to try and fight Anubis here. So you know, realistically, I don't need the key quite yet. I would rather get over here and try to progress my way through Soulcross. I think that would be a little bit better because that's the harder content. That's what everybody wants to see, I'm sure. So we're going to go up probably this way. Let's take a look at these teams here. So this team I can easily get through. You can't really see it the best, but I do have a nuker. I have some good champions to get through here, so I know I can hit this no problem. This, no problem. This, not a problem. And then going through Ice Golem hard here, I think we'll be able to do it no problem. So let's just go ahead and start that then. Let's get so we're gonna get Aniri in here. Aniri is definitely a champion that I have to rebuild because I'm trying to use her in the duo team with Ninja inside of Sand Devils 25. I've manualed myself all the way up to 25 now, and then I can get the boss down to about half HP, but then she dies at that point. I don't think her blessing is high enough. She's only a 3-star, so might have to work on that a little bit, but hopefully this doesn't take too long here. In terms of builds, I'll show just kind of the notable champions here. I think Sepulchre Sentinel is actually going to be a notable champion because I do have her built out in Savage gear, so she can smack a little bit. Obviously, Soulless is going to be smacking a little bit too. He is a defensive nuker who's built out. He can shield himself, he can provoke, he can buff strip. You can see, though, Sepulchre doesn't mess around. She can hit. My hair is doing all sorts of weird things, by the way. I desperately need a haircut because it's just, you know, doing this. It's very annoying, but it is what it is, I suppose. I definitely wish that I was at the point where I could just put like 2 champions in here and just get through it no problem whatsoever. You know what? I'm going to turn down the game a little bit more on my video just because I feel like it might be a bit loud. So let's do that. Yeah, I've talked about this a little bit before, but when I was first starting in the game, a big mistake I made is I spent all my gems on shard packs. So I pulled a lot of decent champions, but I did end up paying for that in the end with not so decent gear. So I know, for example, like all my main sets are just lacking, so regeneration's not that good. Savage, I don't have a whole lot. For a long time, my speed sets were lacking. I barely have any. I have like 1 piece of life set in my stash, so definitely pretty crazy, that's for sure. I do not recommend spending all of your gems as a new player on shard packs. That is not a good way to go, believe it or not. And I don't even have... well, I have a decent amount of good champions, I guess. I shouldn't say I don't have good champions, but I don't have the champions that I want always, you know. But that's how the game works. That's how they get you to spend, right? One of my most wanted champions since the start is Valkyrie, and I've pulled on a lot of 10Xs for her and whatnot, but just no luck yet. Obviously, I don't have a Duchess, don't have a Sifi, no Rotos. I got a Foley recently, right after he dropped out of the meta, which was pretty nice. I do have a Turvold, and I got a 6-star Blessing for a St. Nicholas, but no St. Nicholas yet. There we go. 15 of the big pots. That is actually a reward that's very worth it. We're going to go ahead and hop in here. We're going to bring Ornn. we're going to put Hofories in there. We're going to do this and this, and then probably something like this. Oh, yes, I was going to show you the builds as well. So this is my build on Sepulcher. So she does have decent stats, 4,700 on the defense, which is what her damage scales off of, 210 on the crit damage. Nothing too crazy. Again, built in Savage, she'll be doing decent damage, of course. So we got Ornn. We're going to bring Hofories. We're going to bring that, and then probably should bring maybe like a Knot just for support. I don't think Knot really heals anybody, though. He might on his A2, I'm not sure, but... I think Feign is definitely going to get us through this content quite quickly. I'm definitely glad I brought the Knot, though, because Feign is probably going to go down here right away. She's definitely not built to survive. She is in my clan boss team. So, you can probably imagine what the gearing is like for her. Don't really know a lot of times what to talk about during stuff like this. It's not very entertaining, that's for sure. I don't even remember that champion's name, but I don't think he's very good. Oh, okay, so Knot does actually heal on his A2, so he does bring a little bit of a heal there. I think one of the biggest miscarriages of justice in this game was actually nerfing Ornn before he was released. For anyone that doesn't know, he used to have 100% AoE with 2 poisons and a poison sensitivity, but now he's only at a 75% chance when he's fully booked. I think that is just an absolute travesty. He was part of a fusion, and I think they realized that the fusion was not good enough, so people were just going to end up keeping the epic, which means they were less likely to spend money to try and get all the events done and stuff. And instead of, you know, buffing the fusion, they nerfed the epic. That was not really OP, but would have given players a really nice way to actually, you know, farm later game content. Because realistically, you still have a champion like a Venom Mage that's doing the same thing and debatably even better with her placing of the heal reduction as well, right? Like she's very meta for fighting Animus in Sintranos, for example, right? But I was actually thinking today too, I was at work and I was performing a task that did not require much mindfulness, so I basically just pulled up a random YouTube video and started watching it, and I was just kind of thinking, I don't like making longer content necessarily, but then I thought, you know, hey, I sit here, I watch longer videos in the background while I'm doing stuff, maybe other people will like that too. And I had some comments saying that the video length on the last video, which is about 22 minutes, which is definitely long for my channel, you guys seem to like it, so that's awesome. Glad to see it. I think more direct damage would have been the play here, because we're already at like 2.5 minutes in, and yeah, we're just getting destroyed. Good thing we have those 2 revivers, though. Since we're talking about like gearing not being the best and whatnot, I do definitely have to mention my lack of resistance. Okay, yeah, we got to rerun this. We're just getting wiped on stage 2. Just imagine we get wiped here. That'd be crazy. Equip artifacts. You guys like this build? Isn't this crazy? Let's go primary stats, HP, speed, and resistance on him. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Get him a little faster, a little bit more tanky. Let's swap out a Feign for the Dythe, just since he is AoE. And we do have the increased attack coming in now from Hofories, which is awesome. There we go. We're getting some damage out here now. We're cleaning up wave 1 a lot quicker, which is awesome. They don't really have much for like revivers or anything, so... Knot is a very, very good champion, by the way. This little rare over here, so... He's super good for Faction Wars. I might have to do a showcase on him at some point, but he's got, obviously, a heal on the A2. I'll see if I can show him when we get around to his skills. So he's got this heal. Heals everybody by 15%, then places an increased defense on them, smaller version. He's got an A1, which is a triple hitter with a decreased attack, and then he's got a revive with turn meter and a shield, which is just crazy. Like, he's a really good champion. He definitely helped me get through the Faction Wars there for the Sylvan Watchers. There we go. I couldn't remember their name for some reason, but... And there we go. We're on the wave 2. Let's see what we can get done here. We got them all cooled down. It wasn't a crit, so we didn't get the defense up, but now we do. And we get the defense down, which is perfect. Come on, Dicey, I need you to take another turn. I think, yeah, Basher's going to go down here. Basher's just built to be fast. He's not really built to be doing damage to anyone. Extra turn, we smack Gintoro, but he does not die. Although he almost does to my knob, which is pretty cool. Yeesh. Okay, so we got the Ally Protect. Just getting destroyed. Okay, there we go. We got the increased cooldown again. Get some poisons up. Increase attack. Here we go. Big damage coming in from Dicey here, please. Not such big damage coming in from... There we go. 25k is nothing too crazy, but it'll work. I'm probably going to manual here now just because I don't want people wasting skills. I do want to get Basher back up. Dicey gets frozen. Dicey almost dies. This is interesting. We're going to go ahead and heal up here. And of course we get burned again. We're going to go ahead and hit with the 8-1. Weak hit. Love to see it. We're going to revive. Dicey goes down. This stage is turning out to be tougher than anticipated, that's for sure. Oh, we're going to revive again. I thought I just revived with him. Maybe he has a refreshing amulet or something like that. I hate how Ninja's placing the... how he's placing the thing on himself there. Makes it hard to hit him. There we go. Extra turn. Let's see if we can get the AoE decreased defense. We don't. Nice. Love to see it. We got the increased defense coming in, though. And we got boom, boom. No poisons placed. Love to see it. Come on, stunner. Don't have enough accuracy. There we go. Increase the cooldown on both of them. Ninja's not underneath the veil anymore. I want to take him out. It's also very annoying that she's just sitting there underneath the block damage the whole time. All those poison ticks for nothing. Nothing. At least we got the block debuffs now, though. So she buffs up. She ain't getting none. No poisons. Love to see it. There we go. Okay. Remove the buff. Probably just going to A1 Psycho here. Don't really need to do much else than that. She might try to buff up, but even if she does, like I say, we got the block buffs on there. She ain't getting none. Almost killed my Basher, though. Yeesh. And there we go. Wave 3. Here we go. Everybody's cooled down. This is an interesting... So we got R-Tac. This is just an Orcs kind of... So we got like Orcs going against the Skinwalkers here, apparently. We got a couple Skinwalker champions and then a bunch from the Sylvan Watchers. Is it just me, or are the Sylvan Watchers like a very strong faction? Like, I would say that Not is probably one of the best champions in the game of the rare variety. Like, for a long time, Reliquary Tender was kind of in the discussion as the reviver and the healer for rares, but like, he's giving her a good run for her money, to be honest. And I mean, I 60'd him, I didn't 60 Reliquary. That has to say something, right? She just revived somebody. I did not realize she could do that. I think it's when she kills somebody she revives. Oh, come on, man. This is crazy. Oh, he had to decrease attack, I guess, which doesn't help, but I still expected more damage. There we go. My god, we got the small thing now. Perfect. Let's see what we got here. We're definitely taking Magnar. We'll take probably these two, and then Seeker, and then maybe Stagnite. Kind of want to bring somebody like a Husk as well, but no, I think we do it with this team. I think we clear it pretty easily with this team. My Seeker is in the Clan Boss build, though, so he might not survive long, but... If Magnar was an attack-based nuker, we would have just cleared them right there, but... You know. Oosh. That's crazy that he actually took more damage than my Seeker. It's wild. There we are, on to wave 2. About a 25-second clear on wave 1, not terrible. Just one tapped whoever that was, I didn't even see the champion. Okay. And I want to do A1s. Too late. We're on to wave 3. This one's going to be a lot quicker. Calvalax is very annoying in PvE content. I wish I had him. He would make some comps very, very easy. Especially if you're pairing him with like a Zavia or a Elenaro. Champion that detonates the poisons. I have her actually, I just don't really use her. Probably should, but I have a Seer, so I don't really have a use for her. And Magnar gets the final kill. Who would have thought? There's an epic book, pretty decent reward. We're on to Hard Ice Golem. Let's see. I think I want to bring Uko for sure. We'll bring you just for a little bit of survivability. We'll bring her for decreased defense and all that sort of good stuff. We'll bring Nishak for some damage. This guy is immune to poisons, I think, right? Yeah, poison and poison sensitivity. So Nishak isn't going to get much damage on him with the poisons, but I think that's fine. And honestly, maybe we bring a Cold Heart. Maybe. These are some of my builds, by the way. So Nishak, nothing too crazy. 4400 attack, and then he's got crit rate and everything like that. I don't know why he has crit rate. He's just a bomb champion. But this is going to be my Mithrala. Again, nothing too crazy. She's got about 700 resistance, which is it's what I need for most of the content. Uko's rocking a decent amount of accuracy. Uko's in a stun set, so he can get some utility there. For the last champion, I honestly think maybe we bring him. He's at least got Brimstone, so I will probably manual this as well, just since... Okay, this is weirdly silent, but whatever. Okay, so we smited him and put the sheep on there. That's fantastic. Love to see it. I didn't need to do the increased speed. We already had it. Let's get this. And then we'll get this going. And then we'll get the A2. Nice. And then we'll get probably this going. Why is it so weirdly quiet? What the fuck? There we go. We got a decent little chunk with Nishak. It's not bad. We'll cleanse off that decreased accuracy. We'll get some block buffs up, I guess. And a... Okay, so we got the denial there. My audio is doing weird things. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I assume you can, but... Does Uko have Brimstone? He does. Interesting. I didn't realize I put Uko in Brimstone. Thought I would have put him in maybe like a sheep or something like that, since I was using them a lot in arena, especially live arena, but I don't really use them in arena anymore. I just have better options. I use them in my classic arena team, but... Alright, so next turn he's going to take some chunks from the poisons as well. Or not the poisons, the bombs, I should say. He's immune to poisons. This is definitely going to take a little bit. I don't really think that we're necessarily going to struggle, though, so... Let's see, we'll get some more up there. There we go. Detonate some poisons on him as well. If you didn't know, decreasing the duration of the bombs all the way down to 1 turn is the same as detonating them, which is pretty handy. Decrease defense and weaken. I don't need the increased speed again. I choked that. But, we'll heal up. Not heal, we're just shielding. I'm surprised that we don't have the Brimstone on him at this point, but it is what it is, I suppose. There we go, now we got the Brimstone. We got good old Uko applying it, apparently, instead of anyone else. We get the increased attack so that Nishak can go out there and bomb some more. Put another bomb on there. Weak hit, love to see it. Another... I'm just going to auto this. I think we got it. I don't really need to manual this. He's not stat he's not high enough stats where it's going to really matter. I do apologize for the weird audio. I don't know what the game is doing, but it is what it is, I guess. There we go. They get revived this time. We get some decreased HP, though. We got the smite out on him as well. It's a protected smite, which is nice. He's not going to proc it, though, because he's got everything on cooldown. And I think within 1 or 2 more turns, that should be about it. There we go. The music has decided to come back. Welcome back, music. Glad to have you here. And there we go. Nice. So we get 2 5-star Mythical Chaos Ore, which is nice. Decent amount of gear there. I've kind of covered this before. I'm basically just keeping all of that gear regardless. We're going to go ahead and hit S4 here. I think we'll bring in Doomscreech, we'll bring in Mithrala, Ramentu, and Lydia, although... yeah, we'll do that. And then we need a damage dealer, so who would be good at dealing damage? Could do a Cold Heart. Honestly, Cold Heart's really our only option here. We don't even have a Reviver, though. If you need a Reviver, you could bring a Broadmaw. This is my Cold Heart build for anyone that's curious. I think perhaps instead of... well, no, Lydia, because if they try to revive, I can just get my res instead. So we'll try and attack like this, see what we can do. See how it goes. So we got the blocks, we got the block passives and the block actives, depending on, you know, which version they are. And then Ramentu can also help to assist with a skill reset as well. Yeah, they aren't doing a whole lot of damage, so my Cold Heart is doing a decent job surviving. There we go. It's going to A1 just so we have skills available for next turn. Next round, I should say, not next turn, but you know what I mean. Just going to sit up a little bit here. My hair is just crazy. I can feel it drooping down over my forehead the whole time. It's very annoying. This guy is annoying to deal with. Stultus, Dragonbane, reflecting all the poisons and reflecting basically everything you throw at him. He's annoying. If you built Chogger for damage, he could probably do a good job of this as well, to be honest. So I know he can definitely bring some good stuff. We got the block passives, which is nice for Delasia, because Delasia will actually counterattack you whenever you hit a Lizardman on her team if she's got her passive active, so... go ahead, just manual A1 into Delasia here. Get some hits going, and there we go. On to wave 3, about a minute, 2 minutes almost so far. Everybody here has got the block passives, but Harima is going to put us on cooldown. I think the good thing about that, though, is when Ramentu goes in, he's just going to put us back off cooldown, so at least somebody's going to be off cooldown. Can Jinro, or whatever his name is, can he do the same thing? Why did Lydia get her skill put on cooldown? That was weird. I don't know that champion very well, but does he have increased cooldowns on the A3? Or A1, I should say? He does. A 60% chance. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're here at the Iron Twins. I think somebody like Tomb Lord is going to be good because he's got the decreased attack. I wonder if we're going to find somebody that can solo this as well. I don't really have a high resistance team to run here, which would be nice. because when you resist their debuffs, that's obviously a big plus. I think perhaps we do something like this, honestly. Because Mushaled is going to give us speed and keep us moving, which will be nice if he's even built. I don't know if he is, but it looks like everybody's a little bit slow here, though, so... Yeah, they're getting 2 turns before Mushaled even goes once. He is going to be decreasing their defense, though, because he is in Cruelty. Tomb Lord coming in with the clutch poisons there. Hopefully we'll get them chunked down a little bit. That is a decent amount. This is definitely one of the harder bosses I've had to fight so far, I would say. There we go, decreased speed. He's not going to be filling his turn meter when we get buffed, which is perfect. We bring a decreased attack with Tomb Lord as well, which is big because they hit like an absolute truck, especially once you get them below 40% HP. They are nuts. Not fun to deal with, that's for sure. All the debuffs come off. We're going to have to reapply those. Everybody's kind of getting chunked down a little bit here, but I think that's okay. As of right now, at least, we still have enough to be survivable. Our healers especially aren't really struggling, so there we go, another 4 poisons coming in, chunking down. Tomb Lord is fantastic, especially if you're trying to solo content, like his AoE decrease at defense and attack, and then the AoE 4 poisons is just, oh, it's so good. And he's got decreased speed. We need to get some heals in here, though, people, please. There we go. That was almost bad. The team rotation was just not looking good there. There we go. Some more heals coming in. Doubling up on the heals now. Decrease attack coming on again, which is perfect. I made a video recently actually soloing this boss with Cornelia, so you know, it's doable. You can get a few different teams in here. Mushaled goes down. I have a feeling he's not built very well, though, because, you know, the 2-to-1 turn ratio there was a little bit questionable. Also, I don't think Rector's fully built because she's taking a lot of damage. She is still resisting everything, which is nice, though. Of course, we get the leech going out on the boss. I honestly don't think we do this here. I don't think we have the survivability. And I think Mushaled's going to need some gear so that he can actually go faster and pump out his skills a little bit more. And there we go, everybody goes down. We get a little bit of a heal coming in, though. Increased speed. Poisons coming up, heals. They're getting damn near half their HP taken off in one swipe, though, which is just insane. Insanity. And the iron brands are stacking up too, which certainly isn't the best. Oof, okay. White wipe right here. Oh, he has his revive. Let's go. We got him to about half HP so far, just below it, I think. We might do this. This will be pretty impressive if we do. I don't know, honestly, how people are going to manage to do this, but be interesting to see the different strategies come out. It's also interesting that we're getting all these different rotations now. It's making me wonder if it's kind of just like a randomizer they're putting through, or if they're selecting randomly the teams and everything like that for all the levels. Or if they're just putting it into like a random number generator and just letting people kind of either get lucky or not. I can't imagine they're doing that, though. I'd certainly like to hope not at the very least, but who knows. Decreased defense, block buffs. We're still just kind of rocking through this here. Decreased defense and attack, that's perfect. Help us survive a little bit more. Getting all those heals coming in. Ugo is not struggling to stay alive, that's for sure. She's been at like pretty much full this entire fight. I think this is a fairly free-to-play friendly team too, because with the exception of Tomb Lord and Mushaled, we're obviously using all epics. Those two you could kind of just replace with any generic damage dealer. I've seen that Whisper was in there, which everybody got at one point through Amazon Prime, so if you build Whisper, you'll be getting pretty close to this same effect anyways. I really wish we would have revived Gorgorab there instead, so we have the extra heals and everything coming in, but we decided not to apparently, so we have to start manualing here a little bit. Also, if Rector had her accuracy a little bit higher, that would be fantastic, because then she could start placing the decreased attack on her A1, which would be nice. Oh god. Oh great heavens. She doesn't have the revive back yet. We're probably gonna wipe here. Let's see, can I get Gorgorab up, and can he take a turn? He does take a turn. Does he have his res? He does not. 2 turns. Can we do it? Oh. Nope. We wiped. Okay. We're gonna have to try that again. Let's see. Yeah, we don't even have full artifacts on Rector, so let's go ahead and... Oh my god. Primary stats, HP, substats, speed, resistance. There we go. That's the piece we want. Same thing for gauntlets. Let's take off the resistance requirements. Perfect. Why not? Whatever. Gear is gear. Recently used first. Yeah, my Mashaled doesn't have boots or a shield. I think, honestly, we do that if he's geared. Do something like this. Just get some speed boots on him, and then we'll do something like this with speed and accuracy. There we go. Perfect. He's rocking like an extra 60 speed now, which is nice. My Tomb Lord does not have all his gear either, so let's go on some speed, accuracy, and resistance, maybe? I don't know. Something like this might work. Perfect. 21 extra speed coming in. Oops. Hide champions. Recently used first. Gorgorab does have gear. Uko does, of course. Or Ugo, not Uko. Who else could be used here? Siege Hulk could be good. Frozen Banshee could be good. This guy, I think, brings a heal and an ally protect. Yeah. And the rest of the champions are just kind of mediocre. Anax can come in, but he is a little bit squishy, obviously. What are people doing? Rotos and Sifi? Yeah, that'll make it easy. George it in there. My god. This is how you know that, like, you have kind of a boring meta when you just scroll through here and you see all the same champions. It's crazy. You know what? I just seen something I think I might like, though. We have a Doom Priest being used by somebody. That might be a good idea. Is my Doom Priest... Where is she, first of all? Right there. Is she built out? She got 310 resistance. That's perfect. Yeah, no, I think Doom Priest might be a good one to bring in. Let's see, does she have gear? Almost. Oops. We'll try to get her speed going a little bit more, though. We'll do speed, resistance, HP. What do we got? We got... I think that's the one. And there we go. So we'll bring her instead of Mashaled, I think. Though he was bringing the Leech, but that really only benefited like one champion, so... Force ally speed. Not really going to benefit from that, I don't think. You know what, though? I will go back, because I have an aura right now, which is literally doing nothing, so at least having Doom Priest with giving Rector a bit more speed is going to be useful. So the 310 resistance is still not enough to resist the Iron Brand, it would seem. Which is pretty wild. Like, it's very stat heavy to win this fight, that's for sure. I don't know. I want to say that Tomb Lord could probably solo this with the right build. Might have to mess around with that and see what I can get figured out with regeneration or something like that. But I think you would definitely need faultless defense as well, just to help keep him alive. But if you got him built out like that, you could probably do it. Go, decrease speed is perfect. Getting some chunky heals coming in. It's a bit of a shame that you can't cleanse the Iron Brand, but I guess it is what it is. Decrease attack, decrease defense. Got the cleanse coming in from Ugo. It's also like 11 p.m. here, so I'm incredibly tired. I think this boss fight is going to finish it, even though I haven't finished my keys, but it is what it is, I suppose. I've been up since about 6:30 this morning, and had a very busy day, so... So we're keeping everybody nice and full. And we're getting the decreased defenses and attacks out there consistently, which is nice as well. It's very nice having Doom Priest in here, actually, to help cleanse off any sort of debuffs that we might take, apart from the Iron Brand, of course. When he starts doing the nukes, though, that's going to be a bit troublesome, because we have so many stacks of Iron Brand on us that it's going to do a lot of damage, so we might wipe again, to be honest, but... here's hoping not, I suppose. I think for sake of brevity, I am going to go ahead and cut the video, and I'll be back once this run finishes up. Success or failure, we're going to end the video here, so I'll be right back with you guys. And there we have it. We've wiped again. On auto there, it seems like they kind of messed up the turn order a bit, and then Rector actually revived the wrong person as well. I hoped she would have revived one of the other revivers just so we could keep the whole cycle going, but that is definitely going to do it for the video tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about 5 minutes away from crashing into bed, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.